Okay, so I've gotten to a point where I have created the stem and I'm slowly creating this flower. I used the stamp here to give me like a shape. And then what I've been doing is I turned on the grid, which really helps me. That helps me know how much I'm growing each frame. So that grid is on the side here. It says, it's where it says this little grid. You turn on grid, you turn it on or off. If I turn it on, it's not going to show in the photos. It's just an idea of where everything is. It can also help you know when you're moving things. So if you're going to move like a car across and you know, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, there's this many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? There's 12 boxes. If I move it one box each time, that'll be 1 second. So that'll also help you too. That gridding is really helpful. You can do it plain, but if you want to do something like in perspective, you can edit your grid. If you're somebody who's like, oh, I would like to do it 1 point or 2 point perspective, and then you edit your vanishing points and you're like, all right, I want my thing to go, you know, this makes it complicated, but if you know that you want something to move into the background or to move far away, you can use the vanishing points. I don't suggest, I mean, this is much more complicated and hard, so I don't think that you need to do that at all, but it's an option. I'm just using the plain straight grid to help me know how far I'm moving this flower as I'm doing it. So I use the shape. I created in order to use the shape, you create the shape, you choose the one you want, and then you place this little gray thing. You choose your color, and then in the bucket, you choose your color, and then after you have the shape, you just push down here, fill, and it will stamp it in there. It's kind of like a stamp, and then you can just erase the parts you want. Don't want that right now. So what I did is I did that, and I went over here, not in grids, I went to the 3 dots here. This is the second thing down, and I changed the opacity of this so that it's just a little bit lighter. Kind of helps me onion skin where I'm going. So this is actually pose to pose animation because I know where I wanted it to go. This flower, I'm going to turn off the shape so you can't see it. I want it to get to this full developed flower. So I put that in the background and I'm growing my little flower 1 frame at a time to get to this. So this is my final pose. This is me growing to it. So going back to the layer on the top, this is the one I'm drawing on. I turn on this and I'm just going to continue choosing my color. I have the light yellow and I'm going to just trace. Oh, I'm not on the right. Okay, I'm going to trace on the light yellow where I want to go as I'm going along. And I'm using the dark yellow to add just some shading in here to kind of give me an idea, give it some 3-dimensional qualities. Again, this is pose to pose because, not pose to pose, this is, yeah, pose to pose, not straight ahead. Oh man, my brain's not working. Okay, this is me just kind of planning out where I am going to go with this animation. Each frame a little farther along. Adding my shading here as it just kind of giving some 3-dimensional quality to the edges of these petals. Then I will, wait, before I export it, I have to make sure I hide that last one. Then I export it, save image. Now I can show it again, and I'm going to finish up in this last frame. Oop, change back to light. Going all the way here. And what I'd like to do, oh, I'm like, what's going on here? There we go. Is this kind of shows where I am going with this flower. three-dimensional qualities. Like again, this is just a quick demonstration for you guys to kind of show you what to do. Okay, that's my last one. Hide again that before I export it. Save image. Now if I want to make it blow in the wind or something, I can. I will need to combine two layers in order to make it blow. So I would also think I was going to just add some quick flowers in the grass. Like, oh, I just might have some flowers growing in the grass here as well. And I don't want those ones. I wanted, and back into floral. I liked these ones. I thought I'd just make them quickly kind of explode all over the grass. I thought that looked fun if I did them in like light blue or white, maybe white. Or light purple. Let's keep it like a color scheme here. So, back to that shape. Bucket's the right thing, and I'm going to fill. I have to make a new layer, that's why. Okay, so there's my little flower. If I want to add, if I want to stretch it around, I could. So, and then maybe one. And then maybe I have a bunch. And maybe like I have like maybe a little one. Okay, so that kind of gives it, oh, I didn't realize I have so much space over here. I should do a couple more over here. You know, like an explosion all at once, like hoping to give that type of effect. And remember, I can always duplicate this image. I can like show it more than one frame at a time. But I thought, oh, that's kind of fun. Okay. All right, so I have some flowers. Now, if I wanted to take my tulip here and like blow it in the wind or something like that, I can. Or if I want to have another flower grow, or maybe I want to have somebody walk up, pick the flower and walk away. I might end up doing something like that. So I just wanted to show you how to do one thing, remembering that if you want to, I can move this down with the stem. They can become a group, blend together, and I can merge them. Right now they are together in one group. And in that case, I can take it and I can make it bigger. I can move it around. I can tilt it. So if it's going to blow in the wind, I can tilt it back a little bit before it blows forward. Maybe it blows forward and loses its petals and I have some wind. Just trying to think of different ways that I can animate this flower. So again, transform. I'm going to move it back again a little bit. So I haven't really changed its size. I'm just moving it. Okay. And we'll show you what this ends up looking like in the end.